Hello. So, Microsoft has been on quite a bit of a shopping spree, if you will, which is what I thought I'd talk about this week. My take on all this. So, a while ago they bought Bethesda. They recently bought Activision, which obviously that's huge. And, Sony bought Bungie shortly after. And it's like, will they be buying more, so to speak? Maybe Sony will buy more. I feel like Microsoft might. And, maybe Nintendo will do it down the road. And when it comes to this whole situation, I feel conflicted, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Because it's like, well, for one thing, Microsoft is like, oh, we're not a monopoly, even though companies say a lot of things, but for one thing, it's like the whole thing with multiplats, you have with Activision especially, because obviously Call of Duty's really not my thing, but it's still a very popular franchise, so it's like will it become exclusive to the Xbox series? And I feel like with these game studios and publishers and everything being purchased by companies like Sony and Microsoft, I feel like the games will become exclusive, but not right away. And the thing that's it's weird because it's for one thing, it's funny how it's Spyro and Crash Bandicoot used to be exclusive to the original PlayStation. Now they might become exclusive to Xbox. Where was I going with this? But it's because I remember back in my day, going back to the 16-bit era, the 4th gen. I remember when it was 16-bit era and onwards. It was how each console had their exclusive games, and then they had multiplat games. And it's if this continues, we see Microsoft, Sony, and maybe Nintendo buying up studios, will there no longer be multiplat games down the road? Because, it'll be weird to see that, because I know a lot of people don't like exclusives, even though I think a lot of that is younger gamers, because it's exclusives have been around for decades. Now they're a problem. And exclusives are what sell hardware. I don't think brand loyalty would be enough to get people to, but what was I gonna say? And one of the positives about this is because, like I said, Activision is known for Call of Duty, which they make a new one every 6 months. Isn't that a little much? Why don't you try doing something else? Maybe we'll see something else from them. I would have loved to see a new Crash Bash. It was the game on the PS1, which was a lot of fun. It was kind of like Mario Party, but Crash Bandicoot characters. Maybe they can bring back Guitar Hero and Skylanders, even though I feel like that market kind of fizzled out, but you never know. It's been years. Maybe people would be willing to jump on it again, and they won't milk it to death like they did before. I mean, Skylanders was a big cash cow type of thing. It's you buy all the figures to play in the game and stuff, but it's why did they have to make a new one every year? It could have been every other year or something. And that's just a couple of examples, but the other thing is, I've talked about this before, when and if cloud gaming becomes a thing, because I honestly don't want to see that happen, because I know what's going to happen is that each and every company is going to make their own, what the hell do you call it, service. It'd be oh, you want to play the new Mega Man, Street Fighter, Resident Evil games? You gotta sign up for Capcom's service. You want to play the new Rayman and Assassin's Creed? You gotta sign up for Ubisoft's streaming service. You want to play the new Final Fantasy Dragon Quest got to sign up for Square Enix's streaming service, and it's like, again, like back in my day, it was like I remember when it was like if you, so, well, let me scratch that moment. If, let's say, years from now, let's say the 10th gen, just to round it off, the 10th gen consoles are like cloud gaming service, so like the PS6, the way it should be is that you buy the console, and then you sign up for this service. You know, it's, I don't know, $10 a month, let's say, to round it off, and then it's like, you get all their first-party exclusives, as well as, like, the multi-plat games. You know, that's how it should be, and then it would be the same thing if you bought, like, the new Xbox or the new Nintendo console, you know, but, you know, I feel like it would be like you'd have to sign up for multiple ones, and you'd sign up for one, you know, Sony's for their exclusives, and then, you know, like I said, you sign up for Capcom's and Square Enix and Ubisoft and Naughty Dog, you know what I'm saying? Because you know that would happen. You know, they could just, you know, all these third-party developers and stuff could just make like 3 different deals, one for each console. But nope, they would make their own service because they know there's more money in it. They want a bigger piece of that pie. And that kind of brings me back to the point of the companies like Microsoft and Sony buying these studios. Because it's like, what was I going to say? You know, like, if there's no longer exclusives, I mean, not exclusives, excuse me, if there's no longer multiplats, and, like, let's say everything is just a service, like a streaming service, then, well, if everything is a streaming service, then it would be kind of good. I guess, in a way, it would be good that there's no longer multiplats, because it would be like, you know, because then, you know, you wouldn't have all the different companies trying to create their own service. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's a kind of a wait-and-see thing. We'll have to... but, you know, one company that should be bought, I think, by, like, Sony or maybe Nintendo, like, I feel like they'd probably go for one of the Japanese branches, is, Konami. You know, God, like, Sony or Nintendo should buy them, or at least buy their IPs, because Konami's really not doing anything with them, or at least they try to here and there. But and I'll end the video with this. I want to see, you know, maybe with Microsoft buying up all these studios, you know, maybe they should make something like Smash Brothers. Hell, Sony took a crack at it years ago, you know, so if they made a game like Smash Brothers, it could be, you know, have, like, Master Chief, Doom Guy, Blazkowicz, Cameo, Banjo and Kazooie, which would be interesting since they were already in Smash Brothers, Conker, maybe an army guy from Call of Duty, Tony Hawk, maybe Spyro, Crash, Joanna Dark, the Battletoads, Jago, well, you get the picture. So, what do you guys think about all this, like, you know, companies buying studios and stuff, you know, like, do you think maybe they'll buy more down the road? Do you think they'll buy all of them up or whatever? Let me know in the comments section below, and as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.